What if Zoro saw Sanji kick Luffy in Whole Cake Island? If you guys remember, Zoro wasn't very happy about Luffy being so ready to forgive Usopp after what happened in Water 7. Zoro actually thought, hey, you need to apologize before you come back on this crew. You disrespected the captain. So then that begs the question, would he feel the same way about Sanji in Whole Cake Island? This is what if, and here's what would happen if Zoro saw Sanji kick Luffy in Whole Cake Island. But before we get into that, why don't you guys do me a favor and kick that subscribe button if you guys would like One Piece content in your YouTube sub boxes. So in order to talk about this situation, you have to talk about Luffy versus Usopp in Water 7. These two scenes are direct inversions of each other, so it only makes sense for us to talk about them, right? So if we get in our time machine and talk about Water 7, we remember that Usopp fought Luffy over a disagreement about a decision that the captain made. Usopp completely disrespected the role of the captain by doing this, which is the main reason why Zoro himself had a problem with it. Now, some of you guys may say, Brizzly, hold up. Sanji disrespected the role of captain too by literally kicking the captain in the face. This is the worst way you could probably disrespect the role of captain, is by kicking the captain in the face. And you know what? You're right. Like, that's true. This is the worst way. But here's the difference. Usopp did this from a place of, if they're gonna do this to the Going Merry, then what if I'm next? What if I become useless to them just like how the Merry did? It wasn't just because Kaya gave him the ship and he had a big crush on Kaya and the Going Merry came on the crew the same time that Usopp did. It wasn't just that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that has a part in it. It's not like it doesn't, but it was not just that. And I see a lot of people get those reasons misconstrued. Heck, I was even one of the people that got it misconstrued at first. The real reason and the real takeaway from what Usopp did versus what Sanji did is Usopp did this because he was putting his own feelings above the crew. Sanji, on the other hand, did this because he was trying to protect the crew, and Zeph, of course, because he knew they were going up against an Emperor of the Sea, and frankly, if anyone was looking at it, Luffy did not look like he could take on an Emperor of the Sea. He wasn't able to, actually. So Sanji was literally backed into a corner, and Luffy was able to sense this, and that's why Luffy didn't fight him. Usopp was looking inward out, as opposed to Sanji was looking outward in. So now, where does Zoro come into the mix? Well, I do think if Zoro was on Whole Cake Island, I think that Zoro would be where this fight was taking place. I think he would be present. I think Oda would have made sure that Zoro was there, just to make sure that he has some of the East Blue crew, because he had Nami there. So during the fight itself, I don't think Zoro would get involved much. Why? Because let's think about Zoro and Luffy's relationship. Zoro has the utmost respect for Luffy because he's the captain, and if Luffy says, hey, don't fight, he's not gonna fight. How do I know this? Let's go back to Jaya. When Luffy said, hey, Zoro, don't fight them, they sat there and both of them got their asses whooped, like mollywopped. Just, they didn't fight. So I know for a fact Zoro would not have fought. Do I think Zoro would have gotten emotional? Yes, I do. I do think Zoro would have had an emotional response. I think he would have been angry. I think he also would have been suppressing his anger, and he probably would have been trying to keep Nami down, because Nami was really trying to get involved for a little bit, even though Luffy, and understandably so, because look, these are people that you've sailed with for months and months and months, and you're like, what is going on? Like, why are you fighting him? Like, Nami wasn't thinking during that time, honestly. And to be fair, I don't think Zoro would be thinking properly at that time either. I don't think Zoro would have saw what Luffy saw. I think Zoro would have listened to Luffy because he just knows, okay, this is my captain, I'm gonna listen to him. But I don't think he would have saw what Luffy saw. I honestly think Zoro would have a moment where he's like, I don't even want to watch this anymore. I think he would turn around and be like, I'm not gonna watch this happen anymore, in order to compose himself, because I know, like, Zoro gets emotional. And Zoro does care and admire Sanji. I mean, we see that in the chapters that we see right now. Like, he believes in Sanji to the point where he falls asleep. Zoro doesn't fall asleep unless he feels safe. So when Zoro was on his back during those chapters, we know, okay, Zoro believes in him. So I do think Zoro would have had a moment where he turned around and he was like, I'm not watching this anymore, because if I do continue to watch this, I'm gonna want to kill him. So let's move on to the post fight, and this is gonna be after Sanji has came back to the crew. Luffy punched him and, you know, told him, yo, say what you want and all that. I think Zoro probably wouldn't have been there for that, just because it was going to be a moment between Sanji and Luffy. But I do think Zoro would have believed Luffy when he would have been like, okay, Sanji did apologize. Like, he would have believed him. He's the captain. He said that he apologized. He said that he apologized. But I think there would be a confrontation between Zoro and Sanji. I think there would be a little moment similar to how Sanji and Nami had their little moment where she was like, you have one more chance. You have one more chance. I think after everything is said and done and we're leaving Whole Cake Island and all that's going on, I think Zoro would be like, look, did you really not have any faith in the captain? Like, why, where did your faith go? I think that would be like something that he would say to Sanji in order to just be like, okay, look, you're back, but come on, like, next time, just remember all the things that we've been through. Sort of similar to what Sanji kind of ended up saying to Chopper in these recent chapters, where he was like, look, you haven't seen all the miracles that we've been through before. Like, Luffy's gonna pull off another one, come on. And I think that'd be a really cool moment between the two of them, where they're just like, you know, they come to an understanding, like, look, I know I don't like you and all, but come on, like, have faith in your captain next time. Anyways, what do you guys think would happen if Zoro saw Sanji kick Luffy in Whole Cake Island? Do you think I hit it on the head? Do you think I was completely wrong? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you guys think would happen. And as always, remember, you guys keep the video going in the comments.